Hi, Dr. Sanchez. This is Tori Garrett's graduate project for compensation management. Project overview, introduction, company history, matters of concern, analysis of the issues, research students' viewpoint, conclusions, Q&A. Introduction. The goal of this assignment is to provide a revised compensation system for an economically stressed company. This research student chose to focus on determining pay levels for the employees that allow a grading system of pay. The company selected for this assignment is McDonald's. Introduction, hypotheses statement. McDonald's is a fast food restaurant chain founded in 1940 by the McDonald brothers. McDonald's has lost more than 500 million customers since 2012. The same store sales numbers has decreased or remained the same since November 2013. In 2015, McDonald's closed 59 more stores than it opened. This is significant because this has not happened in 40 years. In 2015, McDonald's CEO Donald Thompson resigned due to an additional 4.1% decline in customer traffic in 2014. This assignment will show how determining the crew employees' new pay scale can increase same-store sales. McDonald's is a fast food hamburger restaurant founded May 15, 1940 by the McDonald brothers. McDonald's headquarters is located in Oak Brook, Illinois, but they will move to Chicago in 2018. As of 2016, they employed 375,000 people. McDonald's first franchise opened on April 15, 1955 by Ray Kroc. Kroc was the visionary behind the McDonald global expansion. McDonald became a publicly traded company in 1965. McDonald's business model, the three-legged stool, is its foundation. The three legs are owners, operators, suppliers, and company employees. Ray Kroc believed all three interests must be in balance for the company to be successful. McDonald's franchise business model is successful because it is selective and does not grant franchises to passive investors. McDonald's hired its first African American CEO, Donald Thompson, in 2012. Donald Thompson started at a McDonald's flipping burgers. Company's key strategy. March 2015, Steve Easterbrook replaced Donald Thompson as CEO. Easterbrook was Chief Brand Officer of McDonald's prior to his promotion. The company will be restructured into 4 market segments: USA, international lead markets. This includes Australia, Canada, France, Germany, and UK. High growth markets. This includes China, Italy, Poland, Russia, South Korea, and Spain, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. And foundational markets. This is everyone else in the McDonald's system. The company will refranchise 3,500 restaurants through 2018. This will increase their franchise restaurants from 81% to 90% globally. The anticipated savings to McDonald's is $300 million annually by 2017. Top priority is improving food quality for consumer tastes. Company's long-term goals: increase franchise restaurants to 95%. The company increased target for refranchising to 4,000 restaurants by the end of 2018. This will position the company to meet long-term goal of 95%. The net annual savings target will increase to $500 million versus $300 million due to this new goal. Experience of the future restaurants in the USA. Restaurants that allow you to customize your meal via kiosk, grab your table locator, and the server will bring your meal to you. This is already a function that is used at Panera Bread. Increasing dividend and cash return to shareholders over the next 3 years. This will be done by adding additional debt that will decrease the credit rating, but will not limit their ability to co-invest in the business with franchisees for the long-term growth.
McDonald's is shaking things up. The company announcing a new turnaround plan aimed at revitalizing its struggling business. As displayed through U.S. same-store sales that have fallen for 6 straight quarters, McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook acknowledged the company's centric weaknesses.
And the reality is our recent performance has been poor. The numbers don't lie, which is why, as we celebrate 60 years of McDonald's, I will not shy away from the urgent need to reset this business. How we think, how we take decisions, how we organize, how we respond to customers and their changing needs, and how we galvanize against competitive threats. This is a global turnaround.
What will that turnaround look like? It will consist of a major refranchising initiative, ultimately making McDonald's 90% franchisee operated globally within 4 years, up from 81% currently. There will be added emphasis on franchisees to cater menus to local preferences and drive sales. As Eastbrook said, current structures in place are cumbersome and decision-making slow. McDonald's will also reorganize into 4 segments: U.S., international, high-growth markets, and foundational markets, each overseen by a division president. It will also seek to better adapt to consumers' changing preferences, looking to improve food quality and public perception of what it serves. At last check, shares of McDonald's were falling about 0.4% to 97.43. In New York, I'm Brittany Humar for The Street.
Of concern.
Betty Lou, your reaction as he's shown the door, would you assume he wasn't retired, that he was essentially shown the door?
Let go. Yes, I mean, there was a lot of frustration. But first off, I want to test your McDonald's knowledge. Can you all say this with me? 2 all-beef patties, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, on that. I did fun. Okay, all right, so you all know your McDonald's. Okay, to a generation, McDonald's is not the hit, right? For us, it may have been. Look, Don Thompson, as Tom rightly put it, you want to root for this guy, okay? I mean, he was born in a poor neighborhood in Chicago. He was raised by his grandmother. He started off as an electrical engineer, got a call from a headhunter at McDonald's when he was at north of Grumman, and said, "I'm never going to be flipping burgers. What are you talking about?" Went to McDonald's, stayed there for 25 years, and rose to the ranks, being one of just a half a dozen black CEOs in this country. Okay, this man has defied odds time and time again, but he just couldn't do it when he hit the helm at McDonald's. When he arrived at the CEO spot, Jim Skinner had 8 years of sales gains in a row at McDonald's. Yeah. His first earnings call, he had to oversee a sales decline. Last year, they saw their first full year of a sales fall. Okay, and none of it is his problem, okay? Super Size Me came out back in 2004. The obesity issue was already around. Yeah. Minimum wage was already there. The menu was already unwieldy by the time he arrived. But there were several issues that happened during his tenure. Let me just name 3 of them first before you guys ask some questions. Okay, fall 2013, remember Mighty Wings? Yes? Big flop, okay? They ended up with 10 million wings unsold. July 2014, expired meat in China. Yep. Again, another big controversy. From 2012 to 2014, they had the extra value menu. Nobody knew what the heck that was. They scrapped that. Yeah. And then they put in the dollar menu and more, which was like extra value 2.0. So there was menu confusion among consumers.
Got it. So they tried all these things. We saw jalapeno burgers. We saw mixed skillet burritos. They really, they even got into premium coffee. What actually worked of the things Don Thompson instituted?
I have to actually think about it, right? I mean, because it's been so negative. Look, they did go out and on social media try to explain to their consumers directly that their food is real. I went to their headquarters. The McWrap at the time, this is a couple of years ago, was going to be their big hit. Don Thompson and I, we went to their test kitchen and we did the McWrap. And that, by all accounts, was also a flop. And I want to just play for you one part of what Don Thompson said about inventing new products at McDonald's.
Customers want more and more today to have a one-on-one relationship with brands. They want to be able to understand, what is it you're going to add to my life? What special value? How are you going to differentiate your food or your products or your services relative to what it is I want? Is it customized to me?
I just want to say one more thing. I was thinking about this a little bit. Why is McDonald's so out of favor, right? I think part of it has to do with that Americans just have better taste these days, right? Yesterday I was talking about the Starbucksification of our neighborhoods, right? Starbucks, Target with design, other retailers, they've just introduced better taste to America. And I think better taste is not McDonald's, but a Shake Shack.
And consumers are demanding different things, as Brennan, you were pointing out in the meeting earlier this morning. American consumers want to know that those cows were treated well.
Yeah, it's not about, McDonald's has a system, and we have to sort of admit that Don Thompson, he's a product of the system, and he thought he needed to make new things with the system. He needed to fix the system.
Right, exactly.
One of the worst years in the company's history. Customer traffic in 2014 declined 4.1%. July 2014 Consumer Reports Taste Survey of hamburgers from 21 fast food chains, McDonald's ranked dead last in taste. Food supplier selling expired meat in China. December 2014 was the 14th month of same-store sales drop or no increase. Consumer menu confusion. Too many different marketing gimmicks for the consumer to understand. Unhappy employees. No policy to increase crew members' wages to above minimum wage or award crew members with excellent performance reviews. Current estimated wages for McDonald's workers. Crew member, $8.37. Cashier, $8.59. Drive-through cashier, $8.34. Crew trainer, $8.59. Shift manager, $10.02. Grill cook, $8.18. Certified shift manager, $10.24. What is competitive pay? Competitive pay is a common approach to setting employee salaries. The goal is to offer salaries that are fair relative to the industry to attract and retain top talent. Why is competitive pay grade and range policy important? Grades and ranges offer flexibility to deal with pressures from external market and differences among organizations. Example, Microsoft have stricter hiring requirements than FastCap, even though job descriptions are the same. Recognize individual performance differences with pay. Meet employees' expectations that their pay will increase over time, even while holding the same job. Encourage employees to remain with the organization. Current pay policy. McDonald's currently does not have a pay policy that is enforced to franchise-owned stores. 90% of McDonald's restaurants fall into the franchise-owned stores. Pay policies could be different at locations in the same region due to franchise ownership. Some franchise-owned stores use the merit system for pay incentives. This is a copy of a McDonald's performance and wage review policy. If you will notice, they are reviewed every 6 months, and the performance category is 4.0 is outstanding. You get 25 cents per hour. 3.0 is excellent. You get 15 cents per hour. 2.0 is good. There is no increase. 1.0 needs improvement. There is no increase. Please also know if your rating average slips, you may be subject to possible termination. Current pay policy continued. In some situations, merit pay systems may cause employees to worry about end results and not how those results are achieved. Merit pay does not consider market pay for the same job. If an employee has an excellent review but has reached the cap salary for that job, there will be no raise. Merit pay systems that do not include pay grade and range policies typically do not retain top performers. A different compensation approach. Pay grade is defined as the level of the responsibilities performed within the job description of the position, the authority exercised in the position, and the length of time an employee has performed the job. Pay grades take the place of salary negotiations and are typically union represented. Pay grade steps differ with each organization, but can involve as many as 10 to 15 steps before reaching top pay. The number of pay steps make employees feel successful in their career even if they have not changed positions. Pay are useful as a company grows larger. The company can ensure fairness and similar pay structures with the many different job functions. This is an example of a pay grade salary table. You will notice there are 15 grades and there are 10 steps. There is also a column that shows you within the grade what the amount varies for pay. Disadvantages of pay grades. It is costly to review and adjust to market trends. It can allow employees based on tenure to still get an increase even if their performance is subpar. It is not commonly used in the private sector. Research students' viewpoint. Merit increase incentive pay compensation plans have not worked for McDonald's. The average worker for McDonald's must get government assistance to provide for their family. Pay grade, although it is not used in the private sector as much, has some advantages that could help McDonald's with its current wage problem with employees. How do you implement a pay grade policy? Review salary surveys that fit your organization. These salary surveys should include the job summary, industry, location, revenue size, employee size, whether it's for-profit or non-profit. Establish overall pay range for each job, minimum to the maximum pay. Establish number of pay grades. This number will vary based on the size of your organization. Larger corporations normally tend to have 10 to 15 pay grades. Smaller corporations tend to have between 2 to 5. Establish a range per grade. Create a pay grade chart. Review and amend as needed. Proactive and utilizing compensation plans that are effective in meeting the needs of the employees in their industry. McDonald's has used it allows its franchise owners to set their compensation policies over the past 60 years, and now it is backfiring. In order to retain the best, there has to be a consistent compensation policy that is enforced by the corporate office. The three-legged model of McDonald's is off balance due to the employee side. In order to compete with Panera Bread and Chipotle, McDonald's must revise their current compensation plan for franchise-owned stores. They must become involved. Now this is open up for Q&A.